China, Yingsha.
Well, here she comes to raucous applause. This is the most recognizable sports person in the whole of China. She's their #1, world #1 from February 2022. It's been an incredible run of dominance at the top of the standings from Yingsha, defending champion here. She takes on Wang Yidi, the #5 seed, for a place in the semi-finals. Well, it is now a best of 7, given that we're into the quarter-final stage. And welcome back to Fraser Riley ahead of this one. I mean, you can't really see past the defending champion here, can you?
No, she is in incredible form, Xia. You know, she is the leader of this new generation of Chinese stars. These two have shared a lot of dinners together after their meetings, but it's Yingsha who's been paying for most of them, as she has the winning record over Wang Yidi. But Wang Yidi, we know, has beaten Xia at some very, very important events before. Came close at the Singapore Smash.
Yeah, she did indeed. We can get into that in just a minute's time. Wang Yidi already waiting for the coin toss, eager to get on with things. Yingsha just making her way over for the formalities before we get underway here.
I have red or blue. Red for Wang. Blue for Sun. Blue Sun, with the toss, you choose side. Listen.
Just listen to the anticipation building inside the Infinity Arena ahead of this one. This is the hottest ticket in town, isn't it, Fraser Riley? Well, once again, Yingsha has opted for the same side of the table. She likes to be on that side of the table, doesn't she? And it's not because she's looking at her coach, is it? Because, of course, there are no coaches on the benches. So that's an interesting thing to look out for. Perhaps it's now a superstition thing for Yingsha. Let's talk, though, first of all, about Wang Yidi, one of the older players in Team China at 28. She's been inside the top 5 for quite some time. She is a mainstay for Team China. This is the 3rd time that she will meet Yingsha across the table. She was defeated by her in Singapore and in Chongqing, and that's a look then at her route through to this quarter-final. It was a good win in the round of 16 over Honoka Hashimoto, a player not many have been able to beat.
Yeah, Hashimoto right now is the best player against Team China stars, nearly has a 90% record. Wang Yidi lost to her at the United States Smash and the Europe Smash, so that meant the world to Yidi. But here is a look at the leader, Her Majesty Yingsha, the back-to-back world singles champion, and someone who has won more events than anybody in this era of WTT.
Yeah, she's absolutely revered, isn't she, in China? And of course, defending champion, that is the expectation that she will be into the final and obtain a title.
Harano, the only player outside of Team China who's beaten her at a WTT event. But here is a look at the last time they met. It was a close call.
10.
A close shave.
Yeah, so in the best of 7, Wang Yidi took Yingsha all the way in the semi-final in Singapore.
11.
I mean, what does she have to do to repeat that feat here today, Fraser? Not only take it to 7, but actually go the extra distance and potentially win it.
Ask me that in about a minute when I've got more time, because it takes an unbelievable performance to beat Yingsha. Look at that, 89% of you have voted for her. I know that the head-to-head said 9-3, that's WTT meetings. The overall head-to-head, 11-4. So since Wang Yidi defeated her at the Champions in Frankfurt, Yingsha has won every single time. She's going for a 6th win against Wang Yidi in a row. 7th, I should say.
She's also going for her 5th Grand Smash title overall and her 3rd of the season. Disappointing in the US, in Las Vegas. Bounced back, though, in Sweden at the Europe Smash.
First game, Sun to serve. Love all. One love.
Well, she's just dropped the one game en route to this quarter-final. Are there any weaknesses in Sun Yingsha's game?
I wouldn't say so. You can't improve your strengths without it costing something at the table. Can't have it all. Xia Xia is a forehand orientated player. She's got the most devastating, deliberate forehand in the game. But a backhand strong too. That's going to make it even tougher for Wang Yidi here. Sun Yingsha's really improved her backhand. So she will pivot off those lukewarm balls to send them to the barriers, but now she's got that backhand counter, so Wang Yidi gonna have to be at her very, very best.
Every single camera in this arena is trained on Sun Yingsha. These fans just desperate to capture these moments. Of course, Sun Yingsha will be partnering up with Wang Chuqin later in the mixed doubles final. That'll be happening later this evening. Sun Yingsha's always going to come on top, isn't she, when you get her into a rally like that?
She looked so cool there. She was feeding off the pace of Wang Yidi. That was tantalizing. You're gonna have to give me more than that, she says to Wang. Part of me feels as though Wang Yidi will be better, trying to slow the game down here. She doesn't want to give Sun Yingsha pace to feed off. She doesn't want to attack too much because she'll leave certain areas exposed on the table. Xia Xia will bait her in certain ways. Her counter game's strong. Wang Yidi's going to have to be mindful where she invests in the speed and spin game here. The serve receive crucial in any match, but she's going to have to try to handcuff Sun Yingsha as much as she can. That was nice play.
She had a mixed day yesterday, didn't she, Wang Yidi? She was brilliantly convincing in that win over Hashimoto, which is a huge feat, but less so in the mixed doubles. Bit of an up and down day yesterday.
There's a lot of experimentation from Team China at this event in the doubles.
Oh. That is just world class from Sun Yingsha.
The iconic silhouette there off that half long, not even a ball that is that long. You've got to be careful of that back edge. It's a obstacle as well as a target. Just to give a little bit more information about that brilliant performance from Wang Yidi against Honoka Hashimoto. She won it in straight games, which was really, really impressive. I wasn't fancying her chances in that one there against the world number 11.
No, because the world number 11 has figured out how to beat pretty much anyone on her day, hasn't she?
She won 11-8, 11-3, 12-10, Wang Yidi, on table 2 in the Smash Arena. All attention's now on the Infinity Arena as we get down to business here on day 6.
Around about the midpoint of the opener here, it's Sun Yingsha who has the slight advantage, just the 2 points in it.
Slowing down the game, they're taking it out in front, brushing the ball a little bit more, Sun Yingsha. Opening the racket angle slightly, softening the wrist and the after motion. Putting a little bit of pressure on that thumb as she plays that backhand. It's a lovely shot. Oh, wow. That's emphatic from Wang Yidi. It was a world-class push out. She opens her stance, square to the table. Glances the backhand down the line.
Superb placement out to that wide forehand, wasn't it?
Superb play.
That backhand, it's almost mechanical, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so divisive. The forehand is the power shot. Of course, you can vary with that shot too soon, but the backhand is the more probing shot. She'll test the waters with that. A bit more sensory than the forehand. The forehand is there
6-8.
to finish the point, or to continually apply serious pressure.
And the rare miss hit into the net there for Sun Yingsha awards a point to Wang Yidi, who keeps in touch, just 2 points adrift now.
Tried to swipe under the ball with that touch. Sun. Ooh.
Wow.
7-8.
Sneaks that one past the backhand side.
Big compound movement there from Wang Yidi. Great footwork. We always talk about her solid base. Not quite as nimble, agile as Xia.
Wow, she's drawn level.
All.
This has been a remarkable run of a few points from Wang Yidi. You hear the crowd now starting to really get behind Xia. They don't like what they're seeing, do they? She is so adored. She's got so many loyal fans.
Yeah, it's incredible. She's probably the most followed sportswoman in China, maybe even the most followed sports person in China, Sun Yingsha. Oh, goodness me.
9.
Clipped the top of the net, didn't it there?
Well, we are in for a thrilling finish, aren't we, to game number 1? This is intriguing stuff. Wang Yidi now establishes a narrow lead. Oh, well,
9
the lead
all.
is now evaporated. Sun Yingsha with some good work to draw level again.
There's still a lot of work to do here. She'll be on receive. That was a really important point for Xia. These fans are just over the moon to see her in the flesh. Got a lot of stewards here in the crowd, policing the flashes.
Yeah, players policing them too at times.
Yeah.
Oh, and in the backhand to backhand, it's
10-9.
Wang Yidi who comes out on top. That normally reliable forehand from Sun Yingsha letting it down there.
Speaking of flashes, that was incredible. Wang Yidi, so compact. Trying to handcuff Xia there in the middle and backhand. Sun couldn't find her forehand, and when she tries to play it inside out. Didn't grip the ball.
Well, that clipped the top of the net, and that was a big, big opportunity for Wang Yidi.
They're both using very similar tactics against each other here.
10 all.
Steering that backhand, good shot out the crossover.
The grimace from Wang Yidi tells you everything.
Wide serve, very clever.
10-11.
Slower, wider. Trying to open the table for herself straight away. Wang Yidi didn't move enough there to try and play that power flick.
Important serve again for Wang Yidi, serving against game point.
I think she was trying to protect herself with something silkier.
Oh. Well, Wang Yidi couldn't convert her game point. Sun Yingsha couldn't convert hers. Scores a juice once again. Intriguing opening game between this pair.
Stop. 11 all.
The ball kid there just taking a bit of extra time.
Huge effort from Sun Yingsha.
11-12.
Wang Yidi learned from her mistake earlier on here in juice. Flicked better. Great forehand, and the recovery was just as important, if not more important, for Sun there. Right at the peak of the bounce, changed into the forehand, clenches her fist as she has another game point. Can she take it this time on receive? Serves alternating, of course.
Oh, it was a real show of aggression, wasn't there, behind that shot from Wang Yidi? Stunning ball placement out to that wide forehand as well. Great vision.
Great vision, so decisive. Last time that these two played, the champions in Chongqing. 4-2 to Yingsha.
Clever serve.
Well,
Yidi pushes into the net. But hey, look, at least the fans get their value for money if we're in for some long games here.
The last 3 encounters have gone to at least 6 games. So not uncommon to see Xia concede the game to Wang Yidi.
Oh,
Would you believe it, Rebecca? It hit the net and it hit the edge. It's double happiness for Sun Yingsha.
double disappointment for Wang Yidi.
Oh, nothing she could do there.
Oh, you have to feel for her there, don't you?
Goodness gracious me. You don't see that so often, especially in such a tight game.
Well, she didn't think that ball was coming, but she thought it was going wide, which is why she didn't react.
She probably didn't think it was even going to go over the net. It kissed the net tape, went wide and then hit the edge. Goodness me, the margins here.
That was that was an incredible end, wasn't it, to game number 1? Sun Yingsha scrapes through with a bit of fortune on her side, takes it 14 points to 12. Let's have a look then at the final of the smash last year. Sun Yingsha defeating long-time rival Wang Manyu, the world number 2. How many finals do we see between this pair?
Yeah, it's ridiculous how much these two have a chokehold over the rest of the world. Sun Yingsha last year here, she beat Natalia Bayor, she beat Kwai Man, Liu Weishan, Mima Chan, and then she beat a player who did really, really well to get to the semi-finals, Fan Siqi, the qualifier, 4 games to love. So Fan Siqi, the qualifier who's done the best at a smash. Chen Junsong later has an opportunity to be the first ever qualifier to reach the semi-finals of the men's singles at a smash.
Now
Wang Yidi really needs to shake off game number 1, doesn't she? But it's easier said than done.
One all.
Oh, great work. Some real strength and power behind Wang Yidi's forehand shot. Establishes, or re-establishes, that single point cushion here in these early stages of game number 2.
Any subtlety is going to help Wang Yidi here. Anything different. You wonder how many secrets you can keep from a player who you share the training hall with every single day.
3-1.
Of course, as always, it's down to who's better on the day. That's obvious, but it'd be nice to see something that makes us go, wow, that's different. I've never seen them do that. But then where would they get the chance to practice that stuff without them being able to see?
Without giving away their secrets, exactly. Unless you have someone like Honoka Hashimoto, who doesn't train with her teammates at all.
Yeah, Japan's different. You've got these little different pockets, different clubs around Japan. I mean, unless it's the Chinese Super League or something, Team China are always training together here in Beijing, at the National Centre.
Well, this is a great start for Wang Yidi, a superb response. after the crushing disappointment of game one. Oh, clever play from Yingsha.
What's incredible about these Chinese women is how safe they are. Their game is the perfect blend between control and aggression. They could actually hit the ball a lot harder than what they do. But then the percentages would be off. You can see there, Wang Yidi went for something too powerful. That was, even for her standards, way too high risk.
Is there a bit of frustration, do you think, behind that?
I'm not so sure, Rebecca. She's got a good start to this second game. She wouldn't have been surprised to have dropped that first, that opener. But she tried to hit the ball too hard. That was the thing. She planted the feet, but then tried to hit it way too hard. Spin is very important in table tennis. You need the security of spin to help create some arc. Increase the likelihood that the ball will land on your opponent's side. It's incredible that Wang Chuqin can hit the ball that hard with his forehand.
What were we seeing yesterday? 70+ kilometers an hour?
Ridiculous. That was off a push as well. That was off An Jae-hyun's world-class push. Of course, with a push, you're having to face backspin. It's a heavier ball to lift. But the racket speed of these Chinese players is incredible. Using resistance bands, hitting the weight room between sessions. They can play with such freedom and fluidity. It's the power through the relaxation.
Well, we were talking about the speed of Wang Chuqin's forehand winner yesterday. We just saw that graphic flash up there. Speed 112 kilometers an hour. This is great work from Wang Yidi.
She's showing more proactive play here. Playing the backhand. Watch this. Yep, little hop. Gets the forehand in. I'm going to try and make it a guessing game. You don't want to switch the direction of play all the time because then you'd be predictably unpredictable. So it's about doing something enough so that when you then change it, you've got the surprise factor behind it.
9-4.
Well, she's certainly surprising Yingsha in game number 2 because with a 5-point advantage, she is looking really strong. She's playing a very compact style as well, isn't she? She's not wasting any energy on big wind-ups or anything like that. Oh, just so good. And she brings up 6 game points. This has been an entirely different game number 2 and a brilliant response from the 5th seed.
She's just purring here. She's managed to outclass Yingsha, would you believe it?
Oh, wow. Wang Yidi, that is absolutely stellar stuff. Takes the second game, levels up here in this best of 7.
Well, you could say that there was more pressure on her to beat Honoka Hashimoto than what there is here for her to beat Yingsha. So she's playing with real freedom, Wang Yidi.
Yingsha didn't get a look in, did she, in game number 2?
Time.
So 1-1 here in this women's singles quarter-final. Over on table 2 in the Smash Arena,
Third
we've
game.
got an all-Korean quarter.
Serve.
Shin Yubin is currently 3-2 up against Ju Chun-hee. Great win for Shin Yubin yesterday over Kwai Man.
she's having a brilliant week here, isn't she, in Beijing?
After really dropping down the world batting order as well.
Yeah, I remember we were
Love
talking at the last
one.
smash in Sweden about how Shin Yubin is not in free fall, that would be unfair, but certainly isn't firing on all cylinders in the singles, but she's certainly proving us wrong.
Yeah, it's an outstanding achievement for her. Wang Manyu dispatched Hina Hayata again comfortably yesterday. And it's an interesting match between Miwa Haramoto and Satsuki Odo. Odo was 1-0, 10-4 up and lost 3-1.
I mean, what happened there?
What happened there?
Miwa Harimoto then through to face Wang Manyu in the quarterfinals at the opposite side of the draw. So that'll be a tough test.
1-2.
Zhu Yuling playing fantastically well here. Can't wait to watch her play against Tong Tong, the Champions Yokohama winner. Tong Tong beat Shasha in that final there in Japan.
2-all.
Well, that'll be an interesting quarterfinal, won't it, between Zhu Yuling and Chen Xingtong?
Two cool cucumbers. Two really, really crafty players.
Well, that was crafty.
3-2.
Yingsha causing a bit of trouble there for Wang Yidi.
That backhand. Insanely good. That power. Tried to pivot again. That's not the first time she's tried to pivot and play down the line. High risk, high reward shot from Shasha. That wide serve forehand combo is something that she's going to continue to look to do. I love it. It's a very aggressive option. I think we might want to see more wide serving from Wang Yidi here. Great heavy spins.
Oh, and the change of direction proved to be the difference there.
3-4.
From the backhand to the forehand.
She is the Great Wall of China. How do you get past her when she's playing like this? She's on song now, Shasha. 19-shot rally. Her backhand's out in front. She's not having to get there. It's already there. So secure.
Oh, well, you could see what the plan was there. Wang Yidi just failing to execute.
Some players, when they panic, go passive. Wang Yidi snatches.
Great.
She went way too wild there, Wang Yidi. You know, she can make those. It was a slow high ball, but it was absolutely chip-panned with spin.
Oh, wow.
5-4. Okay.
Takes a tumble there, Yingsha, but I think she's fine.
So another look, just lost her footing there, didn't she, in an attempt to turn back towards the table. Now the crowd firmly behind the world number one.
5-4.
But suffering no ill effects after the fall to the floor, and she is going to get us back underway here. Oh, she's frustrated with that one, isn't she?
They're both spinning beautifully. Such fine contact from Wang Yidi. There's so much dwell. Making full use of those tacky rubbers, generating an unfathomable level of rotation. Shasha couldn't sponge it up. But there, you can see how much more comfortable she was on that one, Yingsha. Steps in, doesn't show where she's going with the shoulders, plays it against the momentum of Wang Yidi. Wasn't expecting it there to backhand half. Great finish.
A surprise element there. Looking at that, you'd have thought maybe going down the line, perhaps.
That's the thing. There's no giveaway with the form motion. This is why the Chinese top players play in a similar kind of way. There's subtle differences. For example, Wang Yidi is someone who will play the backhand punch off of the high ball inside the table more often than someone like Xia Xia, more often than someone like Wang Manyu. But overall, fundamentally similar.
Well, it's a 2-point game at the minute. And one that really could be anyone's. I wonder if that is fair to say, Fraser. Oh, they've got a 3-point game. I mean, is there a player you think at the minute who looks the stronger? I mean, Wang Yidi in game number 2 is just imperious, wasn't she? But, you know, there's not too much difference between them at the minute, is there?
Not at all, which makes it crazy that Xia Xia can dominate way more than Wang Yidi.
6-8.
Wang Yidi's never won a smash. You know, and she's one of the most complete players I've ever seen.
Champions at Incheon, the biggest win of her career.
Yeah, 2-time champions winner. She won in Frankfurt 2 years ago. That's the last time she beat Xia Xia, actually. And yeah, Yingsha coming down from 10-6. Down in the decider against Tong Tong. Really, really climatic, classic of a match.
Oh, stump of the feet in frustration as the ball just clips the net. No such luck for Wang Yidi as we saw in game number 1 for Sun Yingsha when the ball clipped the net and then the edge of the table. And it's 4 game points now for Sun Yingsha to go 2-1 up here in this best of 7. Oh, well, it seems like all the luck is on the side of the world number 1, doesn't it? She's had a couple of those lucky bounces in her favour over the net, both of them coming at critical points in game number 1 at game point and in game number 3 as well.
Doubt it would have made the difference, though. That it wasn't luck that made the difference. It was a comprehensive game there from Sun Yingsha. She won 11-6, nearly double the points of Wang Yidi in that game. So now the defending champion is back in front.
Well, here is match point in the quarter-final between Jeo Chun-hui and Shin Yubin, the Republic of Koreans going head-to-head, and Shin Yubin came from 2 games down to win that one. A brilliant performance from her, player we normally associate with doubles success, but doing brilliantly in the singles here.
That's a fantastic result for the Korean pop star. Very popular player herself, Shin Yubin. Even in China, someone who's played the Chinese Super League recently.
Well, she's into the semis then. She'll be facing either Miwa Harimoto or Wang Manyu for place in the final. First one through to the final 4.
That's definitely the more open half of the women's draw. Xia Xia's got this locked down.
But does she, though? See how Wang Yidi gets on now in this best of 7. Best of 7, I guess, you know, she'll be fancying her chances rather than it being a best of 5. Means that this isn't a must-win game for her. Just clearing the playing surface.
4th game.
Before we get underway here.
1 serve, love all.
First player to 4 games.
1
Good
love.
serving from Wang Yidi to get us underway.
Tried the wider serve there. Float. Xia Xia really tried to finish the point straight away.
Love
And it's great
2.
work on the forehand, isn't it, from Wang Yidi? That's a real strength for her.
I love Wang Yidi's touch play. I love how she lunges in with that right leg. So neat and tidy near the net. Took a lot of effort as well to get back to lift that push of Xia Xia.
1-2.
These players aren't really thinking about how to play. They're just thinking about what they need to do. They're letting all the training, all the hours that they put in, do the talking. They can act on instinct, and they don't even have to think. You know, that's what the definition of great technique is. When you don't have to think about how to play it anymore, you've mastered that.
Just intuitive play.
Yeah. So they're looking at transition zones, they're looking at breaking patterns, they're looking at baiting, they're looking at switching direction of play. They're thinking along some crazy wavelengths.
She tried to inject some speed there, didn't she, Shasha? But Wang Yidi was well onto that.
I'd say an over-optimistic effort there from Shasha. I think she knew that she was going to be done anyway, so she got to the ball a little bit late. Thought, why not?
Oh, Yidi into the net, hangs her head in a bit of disappointment.
She lost her footing a little bit, Yingsha, at some point there.
Yeah, just looking down to the ground beneath her feet. Guess she might be a bit wary after taking a tumble earlier.
And that's why she then tried to play a slower ball, or successfully played a slower ball into that temptation area. Wang Yidi was expecting something deeper, quicker.
Oh, into the net again.
We're seeing a lot of these lovely forehands played. It's not really an inside out because there's not that much side spin on it. But they're trying to mislead their opponent with the shoulders before the point of contact.
Oh, she tried to mislead there, didn't she, Yingsha? Couldn't quite pull it off, though. Thunderbolt past Wang Yidi on that forehand side. That was brilliant.
5-all.
Punishing play from Yidi here. Big step around, slow spin, then the power comes. That time, Shasha's pace change didn't prove to be very effective.
Yeah, I like that down the line as well. Good deception.
Yeah, down the line shot
6-5.
is the shorter length to play.
It's hard to execute though, isn't it?
It is, for that reason. It's less risky to go across court. Ooh.
6-all.
Oh, all tied up at 6 points apiece around the halfway stage. And this is just full of intrigue. You can feel the tension, can't you?
You can cut it with a knife. Chateau fans know how dangerous Wang Yidi is.
A bit quieter than usual, aren't they?
I think a lot of them love Wang Yidi too. She's one of Shasha's best mates.
So a quieter, certainly a good voice for that point.
That was a statement and a half there from Shasha. Just when you felt like they could have been a swinging momentum as Wang Yidi levelled. She pulls a rocket out of pocket.
Well, they're matching each other point for point. It's going to be a nervy finish, isn't it?
Second time Shasha's gone for a powerful flick and not made it on.
Is that normally a shot she'd make?
Not every time. No guarantees.
7-8.
That's a lovely receive from Yidi.
9-7.
Comes in, traps the spin on the serve. Guided down the line. Nudges it through. That's more of a probing shot, but Shasha didn't expect it. She looks down at the rubber. Yidi in the ball. Clever. And there we go.
It's game points now for Wang Yidi. 3 of them.
4 points on the trot. She's won every point since that Shasha rocket, that untouchable one. 3 game points.
Oh, she takes it first time with a real statement, that forehand swiping across the table. Wang Yidi levels up here in this best of 7, 2 games all. We're in for a bit of a thriller here.
Clinical.
Yeah.
Shasha that time didn't want to try the flick. Maybe lost a little bit of confidence with it.
So, confirmation of the scores then, all tied up at 2 games all. First player to win 4 will advance through to the semi-finals. No telling at this stage who it is going to be. Let's have a look then at the winners from this year. We've got Yingsha, of course, winner at the start of the year, Singapore Smash. She then followed up with a victory in Chongqing at the Champions. We've got Wang Yidi. She took the title in Incheon in April. And there's a look then at the rest of the title winners for the year. We've had good success for the Japanese players. Miwa Harimoto cleaning up at the contender and star contender level. We've got Honoka Hashimoto in there as well. But look at that, Yingsha, Europe Smash champion, and won the Champions in Macau as well just a few weeks ago. Let's quickly join Shazad then, who is sitting courtside. What have you got for us, Shazad?
Guys, you know, there's so much at stake here in this event, and these two, despite being teammates, I noticed right from the very start, even at the handshake, didn't look at each other in the eyes. And those couple of game points that Yingsha won that came off the net, not even an acknowledgement from her of the luck that got into it. But that just shows what's at stake here.
No love lost. Thank you, Shazad. Brilliant start for Wang Yidi. Do you get the sense, Fraser? I know it's a best of 7, of course, but is this now a must-win game, do you think, psychologically? Is this where the battle might be won?
I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so. I think every single moment matters here. I think that, as I said, there's no guarantees. Shasha could quite easily win this game and Yidi would take it to 7. Vice versa could happen too. You'll know when those key moments arise because you'll see it in the players. You just get that gut instinct, that feeling. You know, you've always got to think about what's at stake. You've always got to think about what players have to try and brush under the rug during a matchup. If someone's leading, for example, and the opponent bounces back, you know that it's going to be tough for that player who bottled the lead to forget and to forgive themselves. So it depends how the game's won. It depends whether someone came back. There's winning and there's winning. But these pros, so finely tuned, and they know that it's just best to go for the best shots regardless. You don't want any regrets. You've got to play to win. You can't afford to play not to lose. But, you know, I always like to think about what's at stake here and what's to gain. There seems like there's much more for Wang Yidi to gain out of this win than Shasha.
She's got more to prove, you sense.
I mean, Shasha's got 27 senior titles, 17 WTT.
That's ridiculous.
Titles, yeah. It's a joke.
I mean, can you compare her dominance to any other player in any other sport?
I mean, looking at like smashes and stuff, you know, Serena Williams of tennis, but even more dominant than that. way more dominant than that, in fact. Xia has a 95% win rate against non-Chinese players.
I mean, that makes her pretty much untouchable, doesn't it?
I can't compare her to anybody in women's sport. She's the most dominant athlete of any sport globally. And what that tells you is that there's nothing harder in world sport than beating one of China's best players at table tennis. Table tennis is the hardest sport to dominate because China have a population of over 1 billion people. They're a very advanced country and they pile most of their resources into table tennis. And their discipline, to be quite frank, usually surpasses other nations. When they really want to win something, they'll probably win it, right?
Yeah, we'll see the results of that.
5-3.
Yeah, I mean, to have been world #1 for, was it 168 weeks consecutively? That's it's just incomparable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Incomprehensible as well. That's the second time she was world #1.
6-3.
It's her second stint at being world #1, and she's held that that position for so long. Wang Yidi comes out on the touch play, doesn't she? She comes out on top.
She's very, very good in the touch play, Wang Yidi. Soft hands near the net, head still, good control. Look how low that is, perfect. Xia's backhand touch was delightful too. But just that extra nudge and depth proved to be difficult for Yingsha because she was stepping in and was caught out by the length. Lovely inside out and back time off the bounce. Xia squeezing, constricting Wang Yidi down the line on the pivot. Better from the world #1. Look at that, she had to abbreviate those strokes. No time for a big stroke there. There was already pace on the ball.
Ooh, missed that one though, didn't she?
We've not seen many long fast serves this match, have we?
No, we haven't.
That one wasn't even that quick, to be honest. We've barely seen any long, quick serves.
Will we see more then from Wang Yidi?
You know, at this level, a long serve has to have that surprise factor, or it's going to be instant punishment. Unless it's got a lot of side spin, backspin, then you've got a little bit more time to react for a third ball because your opponent has to lift it. It's harder for them to drive it powerfully.
At 5.
And she stretches into a 3-point lead now with that quick point. She's getting them finished off quickly when she can, Xia. She's looking to put this game out of sight.
She's locked down the table. She's taken ownership down the mid-region of the table. She is locked in. Oh, that is a screamer from Wang Yidi.
It took me a split second to figure out if that actually hit the table or not.
That was just a light beam.
Wow.
Toast it down the line.
Barely even touched the playing surface, didn't it? Wow.
9-7.
Wang Yidi is clawing her way back into this one. It's not all going to be the way of Yingsha as we close in on game #5.
Could just hear there, Xia getting a bit frustrated.
Yeah.
But she's got 2 serves here. Can she close the curtains on game 5?
Oh, she can. It's a good serve.
10-7.
Well, she can't rather. She can bring up game points. Getting ahead of myself. 3 game points then for Yingsha. Will she produce another serve like that?
8,
Yidi
10.
saves the first of 3. Keeping a cool head there.
Wasn't the best receive from Yingsha. She then had to act prematurely because she knew Wang Yidi had a way she kind of wanted her. Wanted to play it into backhand, but it was good placement from Wang, and now another one bites the
9,
dust.
10.
It's the speed with which she can unleash that forehand. It's really phenomenal, isn't it?
She's going for this forehand third ball in a more aggressive manner, but Shasha's going to have to make some placement changes in the receive.
And we've got a timeout. Shasha from 10, 6 up. Feels like she might be in a spot of bother here, as Wang Yidi saves 3 consecutive game points.
I'd be very surprised to see the same serve from Wang. I'd be very surprised to see the same receive as a consequence of that from Yingsha. I doubt we're going to see a third ball kill here from Wang Yidi.
Well, you never know. And of course, Yingsha is the defending champion. There's a look then. The Europe Smash winner just a few weeks ago. She won the Singapore Smash at the beginning of the year. She is defending champion, won this event last year and won the Singapore Smash back in 2023 as well. So she is going for her 5th Grand Smash title.
I think we're going to run out of space there.
Yep.
On that graphic eventually.
To make them smaller.
Time.
Fit everything in the screen. Here we go then. It'll be interesting to see how she resumes after that timeout. She still has the game point to play with. You would back her all day long, wouldn't you, to wrap this one up? But let's see what Wang Yidi's got.
She'll serve here.
9, 10.
Wang Yidi.
Oh my goodness.
10 all.
Both struggling to play the power backhand flick. Both of them have been the same here. It's a floater. Well, well, well.
Oh my goodness, what a rally, and it's Wang Yidi who comes out on top. Yingsha had 4 game points at 10-6. She's been stopped in her tracks, and now it's Wang Yidi who's earned a game point of her own.
This is a tenacious turnaround. I can't believe what we're seeing here, Rebecca.
It's incredible, isn't it? Oh, and she goes long. She can't convert her game point either.
Wang Yidi tried a similar serve again, but it just drifted a little bit more. The patience was key there from Yingsha. Greases the backhand. Doesn't go for power that time. Wang Yidi just a bit predictable there. A bit too safe on that serve. It cost her.
What will we see from Yingsha here? Another game point.
11.
Can Wang Yidi get it across the line this time? Alternating serves, of course.
Nice pendulum serve, and that's a very, very good receive from Wang Yidi. Usually she would rather receive that with a forehand touch than a backhand. Did really well on that one. Half long.
This is an unbelievable quarter-final. Just let them both go through to the semis. Both deserve it.
They turn it into a doubles. Good length from Wang Yidi. Good recovery too. Right at the peak of the bounce. Great ball striking. 3rd game point.
And wins that one on receive as well.
Time out.
Her backhand touch has been phenomenal.
I mean, This is just lights out table tennis, and we have the timeout now for Wang Yidi following the timeout from Sun Yingsha just a few points ago. She has gained points, she's had 2 game points, hasn't been able to convert either, and she is just settling her nerves here ahead of what is going to be a crucial point.
So even though Honoka Hashimoto right now has a higher win rate against Chinese players than Wang Yidi, it makes sense when you think that, you know, Wang Yidi would have had more of a chance against Sun Yingsha than Honoka Hashimoto when you consider the familiarity between the players, when you consider that she's done it 4 times overall before in all of their meetings. She's a huge threat to Sun Yingsha. Maybe today could be her day.
Well, the nerves must be jangling here. Scores tied up at 2 games all, and this is a big chance for Wang Yidi to go a game up in this best of 7. Clips the top of the net, and it is Wang Yidi who eventually prevails in game number 5 and takes a single game advantage here to lead 3-2 in this best of 7 in the quarterfinals. That was a nerve-jangling, tantalizing, captivating end to game number 5. Sun Yingsha from 10-6 up relinquished that game to Wang Yidi.
You just can't take your eyes off what's happening here in the Infinity Arena. What a comeback from Wang Yidi. She just needs one more game to knock out the defending champion. Last 6 times these two have played, Sun Yingsha won. It was the Champions Frankfurt 2023 where Wang Yidi managed to beat Sun Yingsha 4 games to 2. It was the last time she beat her.
Almost 2 years ago, Fraser.
Yeah.
Quite some record that Sun Yingsha has over her teammates and the rest of the world, of course.
6 game.
But this is a must-win now for the world number 1. How often do we see her in this position?
Love 1.
So you asked me in the last game how important is game 5? Well, very. But it's not over until it is over.
Yeah.
Too low.
Well, you said, Fraser, a few games ago about Wang Yidi's tendency to sometimes overhit when she's a bit nervous, maybe.
Yeah.
Is that an example of that there?
Yes. Way too wild there with that punch.
Well,
Love.
we see this, don't we, from the top Chinese players, 2 of which are at this table, of course, but when they lose a game, it stirs something in them to come back even stronger in the next.
Oh, wow.
Oh, phenomenal!
That was like a pinball machine.
It looked as though Wang Yidi had the winning of that point, didn't it?
Matrix movement, forehand flick. How did Wang Yidi get back there again? Shasha. Stone cold. No reaction after such a point. Are you kidding me? I'd be running around the Infinity Arena with my shirt off if I did a point like that. And they're doing it time and time again.
1.
Those levels increasing. Sunisha with, well, almost the entire Infinity Arena behind her.
Five, 1. Five, 2.
Toast the forehand counter there, Wang Yidi. How much does a lead feel like a lead here for the world number 1? How can she possibly forget that she had 4 game points in that last game? Incredible turn of events.
Oh, but she is with the momentum.
Think about it, we've not seen one loop-to-loop rally. We've not seen one single rally where the players have been attacking from mid-distance. We've not seen one lob and smash rally.
What does that, yeah, what does that tell us?
They have been close to the table, hugging it, refusing
7.
to give the opponent a clear-cut, open attacking opportunity. And when we have seen something slow, it's been as an attempt to disturb the rhythm. Oh my goodness me. That's a great counter from Wang Yidi. The ball was sizzling with spin. Gauged it perfectly, judged it wonderfully. I want to have a go with one of these players' bats, Rebecca. And I'll be able to blame what I've been using as the reason why.
And 3.
Don't know if you could handle it, Fraser. How about that shot placement straight down the line? There's nothing that Wang Yidi can do about that one. And into the net. This is all but wrapped up now for Sunisha.
Wang Yidi crumbling here, and Shasha just sticking to her guns, reverting to the basics and the fundamentals, which might have lapsed a little bit at 10-6 in the last game. I think we're going to see a decider here.
Is it the pressure, do you think, of being ahead? Because that gets to players, doesn't it?
Absolutely, gets to everybody, even the world's best. It's all relative. 7 game points to the defending Champiano.
You're just looking at your own language now, Fraser. 11 points to 3. We are going the distance here in this women's singles quarter-final. Sun Yingsha, furious performance in that one after the disappointment of relinquishing 4 game points in game number 5. She came back fighting, didn't she, to take us to a decider, wrapping up game number 6 by 11 points to 3. That was quite some turnaround.
决胜局即将开始，你们能为场上的他们加油吗？
So Sun Yingsha has played way more winners into the backhand of Wang Yidi. Neither one of these two players is particularly tall, and that's a factor why you're seeing the spread as it is there. Switching down the line, yes, can be effective, but usually it's only effective when your opponent has pivoted to play a forehand from backhand, left the door open. We saw Shasha block through earlier in the last game. Considering the sample size, that is a ridiculously strong record in deciding games for Sun Yingsha, nearly 80%.
Considering she doesn't often get taken to a decider, you mean?
As well as another factor. And considering that probably the only players who can take her to a decider are unbelievable players, you know? I'm thinking about that Singapore Smash meeting, Rebecca, where Xia just edged her out, just clinched it, juicing game 7.
If this were the first time that this pair were playing one another and we were in a decider, would Wang Yidi have a better chance? And what I mean by that is it now a psychological battle?
More than ever. Considering the stage that Wang Yidi's at in her career as well, seen as one of the more senior players in the team, and also considering more towards the matchup that usually the more you play Sun Yingsha, the better she does against you because she's more aware, and then there's kind of nothing you can do when she's fully worked you out. But you can speculate. Basically everything goes out the window when it gets down to this crunch time. That is a 7th game. Anything could happen.
Anything could happen, and we are all tied up at 2 points apiece here. Some of these forehand winners that Wang Yidi is playing, sometimes you can't even tell if they're touching the table because they brush up against the playing surface so lightly. Just hitting with so much speed.
It was a great read on the receive. Whiplashes it, lassoes it down the line. I think overall she's been a little bit better at that shot in this match than Sun Yingsha. That forehand pivot played down the line. I think Sun Yingsha here wants to try to entertain the backhand trade a little bit more now.
So she'll want to shift Wang Yidi onto that backhand side, avoid those big forehands.
Yeah, so she has to be careful how she receives, because most of the forehand third ball winners Wang Yidi's played has been off the backhand flick of Xia. Wang Yidi's serving float a lot of the time. Could Xia receive more into the short forehand? All the threes here. Yidi takes the lead.
Now every point here is worth. It's priceless.
Yeah, it's worth its weight in gold. Better receive from Sun Yingsha.
It was Wang Yidi-esque, wasn't it?
I think you've got to say it's Sun Yingsha-esque. She sets the standard.
Wang Yidi has been playing the Sun Yingsha style forehands.
Yeah.
Got it.
She's the queen bee. Oh my God. You
like
know
that
what?
one?
That's impressed me more than any shot we have seen this match. That forehand pickup of Sun Yingsha was borderline uncounterable.
4-5.
And Wang Yidi has just threaded it through the eye of a needle. I'm amazed by that shot there. And they change ends as Wang reaches 5 first in the decider.
But every point she gets, Sun Yingsha is matching her. It is neck and neck. 3 games all, 5 games all. First to 11 seals their place in the final 4.
And a reminder that the winner will face either Chu Yuling or Tong Tong.
Unbelievable from both players. Wang Yidi, I don't know how she stayed in that rally.
Great reach here, but Xia saying, I'm the captain.
She celebrates as well. We don't often see that from Sun Yingsha, do we? Allowing herself a rare display of emotion.
First time we've seen one of them forced back into a position where they have to fish. But a boatload of power there from Xia.
Oh, and a 2-point advantage here. This is the biggest lead we've seen so far in game number 7.
She's not just attacking for the sake of it. This is why she's so smart. She's staying calm. Nice touch. Decent push. No spin on the push. No back spinning. Wang Yidi lifts it way too much. Clever, crafty, cunning play inside the table. Divisive play.
No fat, please.
She's selective, Yingsha. Even under pressure, she's selective. I think that's her greatest strength
7-6.
in terms of shot selection. Yes, she is the calmest, which is worth its weight in gold. But she's so selective, even when she's pressured to her max. She can still come about with that clarity of thought.
2-point advantage re-established here as we edge towards the end of game number 7. These are big, big points coming up now. Yidi has 2 serves now.
Nice delivery on the serve, and again a mindful shot from Yingsha.
Reduces the deficit, single point in it now after some decent serving from the number 5 seed.
Yingsha doesn't want to keep playing at that constant pace. Fine line between being passive and controlled. Wang Yidi took initiative there with the backhand. This is a massive, massive point. Ooh.
Goes long, and it's 2 points
9-7.
now for Yingsha. The advantage increasing. She's edging towards her place in the semi-final. Can she keep her cool? What has Wang Yidi got in the locker now?
She did very well, Yingsha, to counter that ball. Rotation, rotation, rotation. Spin to win. Could see her gesturing to herself there. Let's keep that coming. Off the net. What a push from Yingsha!
Earns herself 3 match points.
7.
Off the net cord. And she deploys an absolute dagger.
Now against
10-7.
any other player, that ball is not coming back.
What a flick from Wang Yidi.
10.
Chiquita.
I'm just so impressed, Fraser, by the ice-cool nature of Wang Yidi. She has just held her nerve incredibly well.
She came right around the side of the ball, wrapped it up. Yingsha fresh-aired it. We've not seen a receive played like that all match, and she's done it against match points.
Oh, goes long, and it's Yingsha who wraps up a marathon encounter. The world number 1, the defending champion, survives a 7-game thriller against Wang Yidi. The world number 5 pushed her all the way. Just 2 points in it there at the end. Wang Yidi saving the first match point, saving it in style, but it's Yingsha who is through to the final 4. What a match that was, and look how tight it was there at the end. Just 3 points in it. Fraser, one of the best matches we've seen all week.
An absolute classic, the first 7-game thriller of this year's WTT China Smash. And of course it's Yingsha who makes it through. Similarly tight to their meeting at the Singapore Smash, but she's done it again against Wang Yidi. Someone who knows her game like the back of her bat. But when it gets down to crunch time, it doesn't seem to make that much difference. You can talk about the tactics all day long. You can talk about shot selection. But there's something about her character, her personality, that allows her to get through these really, really difficult matches. She is a born and bred champion.
Well, that is why she's been top of the standings for so long, 168 weeks as world number 1. So congratulations, Yingsha. A look then at the winning ball placement, the pulsating orange dots. Yingsha's winners. We will see her in the semi-final, so congratulations indeed to her. That's how it was won. It was very close, just 5 points in it at the end. and pretty closely matched in terms of service win percentage as well. But it is Yingsha who prevails in 7.